Good day, everybody. So, it is technically day one of the Z twin turbo build. First things first, we're gonna wash it because it is filthy, as you guys saw in the last video. The motor was already rebuilt. We have it all prepped and everything, so it's pretty much ready to just start going in. I'm gonna have my insanely flamboyant and fantastic friend Josh explain to you what is all done to the motor. And go.
Flamboyant EQ35DE. It's 3.5 liters. It's only got variable valve timing on the intake cams because this is not a rev up. This is the early motor from a 2003 car, and we're just gonna try to see if we can make a ton of horsepower with it. It's got Garrett GT 2554 turbos on it. It's got CJM stage 1 fuel rails and fuel kit. It's got a return system. It's got Bosch injectors. It's got Wiseco pistons, Eagle rods. I think we went with a 8.8 to 1 compression ratio. We put I think a step colder plugs in because it's turbo and we know we're going to be making some heat. And then all of the turbo feed and coolant lines, those are all done by me and Technofit. It's a work in progress still. We're still trying to tweak a few things, but once we're done and happy with it, this kit will go on the market and you'll be able to get a full like drop-in kit, turbos, manifolds, all the piping, all of the lines and oil feed, oil return. We're going to include a pan with oil return spots. I mean, we're going to try to make this the most complete turbo kit there is out there.
I'm still here.
Alright guys, we're going to get to washing this thing, get it prepped, and then get to work getting that motor in. I said getting a lot.
Get it done!
Get her done. It is bright!
If this isn't a full montage of dudes washing a shitty car, I'm gonna be really upset.
We're gonna go put our bikinis on, get started. Make sure you get the extra foamy soap. It's gonna look hot. Now that we have the Z all washed, the bay's looking real good, nice and clean. There's a few things we're gonna have to do to the motor before we can get this thing installed. We're gonna have to mount the driver's side turbo. We have to plumb everything. Run the oil feed and drain, the coolant feed and drain. We're gonna be replacing the motor mounts with BDE Billet Aluminum motor mounts. And then we're gonna have to give it a one over, just make sure everything's nice and tight, make sure all the bolts are where they need to be. We already saw a few things we're gonna have to do. As far as some bolts missing, not a big deal. We'll be able to replace those, no problem. Then we're gonna pull it off the stand, do the clutch and flywheel, and then we should be ready to get it inside the engine bay. Now we have Josh, he's gonna start taking the motor mount off and replacing it with the billet aluminum. There goes the old one, which is worn out. It's still usable, but it's
pretty.
It's just loose.
I mean, it's flexible. Yeah, like when I had it in there and hard mounted, you could pull on the bottom and flex it around. I mean,
yeah, it's just worth doing now while we have the motor out and everything.
Exactly. As well as these ones are slimmer, so it gives us a little bit more flexibility with the routing of all the turbo cold pipe and hot pipe and everything. Yeah, they're the same left to right. They've got lock nuts on the top, which is kind of nice, but oh, and it's a 15. Which goes exactly where the OEM one is. It has a little peg that aligns in the little dowel spot in the OEM one, and then you just thread on the nylon lock nut, and then just give her a good zap. I'm pretty sure he includes torque specs, and we'll look at that in the box. But I'm just gonna cinch it down right now. Perfect. He's nice. Torque top nuts to 25 foot-pounds, and reuse OEM lower nuts and torque to factory specification. So, perfect. We're the only people that sell the BDE motor mounts, be it for the 350 and G35, the 370 and GTR ones. He made custom transaxle mounts for us when we dropped the GTR transaxle a couple years ago. We sent him out the mounts, and he made brand new billet and polyurethane ones, and then we put them up on the website. We actually have a blog post about that if you guys want to check it out. But yeah,
shameless plug, Josh.
Yeah, shameless plug. I mean, what do you do if not plug your own stuff in your own videos? We're gonna actually need to put these on before the turbo, or that's not gonna be fun.
So that's what we noticed right there, is we have 2 missing screws right there.
Yeah, we have 2 missing bolts for the engine mount, and then I noticed that this this mount for the compressor is also missing one of the mounting bolts. So we're gonna get those 3 bolts, round some OEM ones up, and figure it out.
I found one that works. Only problem is
It's just a little bit long. We're just gonna tighten those down now. Oops.
we got them all in.
Exactly, yep. That's how you know it's perfectly torqued. Fish these in here.
All right, now that those are done, we just need to torque them to spec, and then we're gonna get the other turbo on. Killing that checklist.
That on there. Perfect.
We finished up all the coolant return. We got the sandwich adapter for oil cooler and everything with filter on there. We're finishing up the oil feed and return lines, and then I'm just running through things and making sure things were done properly before and tightened.
A little pro tip, if you ever open up oil, don't put it right behind you where you're working.
It's fine. Hi, Cause. We
The
are making
boss
messes.
is here. Shoot, hide it, hide it.
Hi guys, how's it going? What'd you guys do?
We're expecting a cat, so we put some kitty litter out.
Yeah, we're getting a shop cat. We are definitely-
Shop cat. Why are you stressed?
We might actually need a little bit more.
We have it put up on the hoist. Now we're just going over and making sure everything's good. Finish up the clutch and flywheel and get it in there.
Start passing, boys.
Very tight. Yeah. I think if we go down a little more, get that one in, because it's gonna suck.
At least one of them is gonna have to come off. I think we do the easy one.
This one was the easier one, wasn't it?
Yeah, so let's get that one off. These are the size that, like regular headers, they end where regular headers do, that it wouldn't be much more difficult to get in, but yeah, they are.
Moment of truth.
This is gonna be fun. Okay, go down. Oh, done. Woo!
Good job.
Fire it up!
Good job, Cos. I'm proud of you.
All lid pipes,
Hey,
right?
this has been forever.
Lid pipes for this.
Super tight in there. Alright guys, after going through all the comments and everything, I think we settled on a name for the project, the 350Z. Makes a lot of sense because we're trying to build this on a budget. Thanks guys for watching. As you can see, we got the motor in, and it didn't go in as smoothly as we would like to. It took a little bit of troubleshooting, but motor's in and we are happy about that. Thank you for watching. Dalton sucks. We'll see you guys next time.